Here. Shit, what's happening? Back on this Madden 26 franchise. This time we running the damn franchise boy franchise. Online Dynasty, 10 users. We have, you would think this is a fantasy franchise, but it's not. We have 10 users. We have Cowboy user. We got the dub already. We have a Commanders and a Giants user. So Ja got the dub over Tone this week. We got a Steelers user, Breon. He got the dub over the Jets. We got Damon using the Buccaneers. Big dub over Atlanta. Put a whipping on them boys. Carolina user, Lil Dave. Went crazy on Jacksonville. We got user Khalil. Crazy against B and Green Bay. And then we got Mike that got the Ravens. And then last but not least, of course, your boy Erica Killmonger leading my Raiders week 1. Let's check out the roster because we went out and made some moves. We picked up Fred Warner. Cost us an arm and a dick, but that's okay. After training camp, got him souped up. He's already a 99, which is crazy. I think he was a 97. I picked him up, maybe a 96. Max Crosby, 96. We went and got Trent McDuffie. First thing I did was I took my draft picks to acquire more draft picks. So I traded damn near every draft pick I had, kept my number 1 pick, and I acquired the number 1 pick from Tennessee and Indiana, which was the projected number 4, number 1 pick. And then I used every pick that I had, one number 1 pick to get Warner, another number 1 pick to get McDuffie, filled out some things in free agency, and went through free agency, upgraded my team, simulated the preseason so we can get straight to it. But in simulation of the preseason, I did lose Chin, my safety, for like 7 to 8 weeks with a dislocated elbow or something crazy, but it is what it is. I still got the projected number 1 pick overall, and that's my only pick. So hopefully the Colts are absolute ass, and we can get that number 1 pick and make it our decision. I forgot to say, we also got Drake May. Drake May's our quarterback. Jalen Milroe's our backup. Had to trade away some receivers, backup tight end. Had to make a lot of different moves just to get younger, get people under contract longer, so we can build for 3 years from now as compared to right now, because everybody else got super teams. I'm not going to be able to compete with that this year, I don't think. But we'll see. Let's see where we are as a team. This is my first game. It'll be a good test to see exactly what we can do. Let's get into it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the New England Patriots. On visitor's sideline, a look at the Raiders head coach. She's looking to make history as she seeks her first ever win as a head coach. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice.
We're going to get the ball first to see how Drake May feeling against his old team.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking about new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's May. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run with Denty. And he gets this up close to the 40. Robert Spillane spills him there. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's May. Moving to his left. Now he takes off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw now, May. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground. I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That's good for our Patriots. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, New England. First down. 13X. Smith. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Douglas. Touchdown. Patriots.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal.
Well, that was extremely bad.
That result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense ready now for their second drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. He'll take this to about the 28. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who's brought him down. 2nd down, they need 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one complete, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
May, little pop pass to the receiver. And he's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield and down at the 49.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Off the play fake, here's May. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders, and even 30 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Run around the gut with Genty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one in. Dante Thornton, touchdown Las Vegas. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Point after, coming up here. The kick is good. And the Raiders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away.
I ain't mad at that at all. Nice little answer back. We didn't have a bad first drive. That was my first time ever playing with Drake May. So, that's cool. I like his fluidity. So, we get used to it. Now, this defense. See if we can get some motion. Oh, God.
Taken in by Douglas. And to be taken down with the 1st down.
Geno Smith like, you motherfucker straight at me. Yeah, man. Had to get younger, homie. No, nothing personal. Except it's probably personal to you. But yeah, I wanted to get Drake, man. I like
time for the second quarter. Patriots
dual threat quarterbacks.
As they've got it with 1st and 10.
He got star development, so see what he could become. Got Jalen Milroe as a backup, not because I think he's going to be a good player or a good quarterback, but I think that he can make plays. He's a good football
These are
player.
body blows on any
So
defense. This quarterback has the ability to make
get him in
guys
some
miss
packages
and
and
do a lot of damage in the
see
run
what we
game.
got.
And that's a nice pickup there.
A carry now for Gibson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now after the run,
See if we get a stop on third
for
down.
an injured player.
Need that.
He'll get himself looked at, but this is not
My
how
man
you want to
Eric
begin a new
Stokes.
campaign.
Need that. Let's go there with it.
Third down, they need 5. From the shotgun, Smith.
Shit.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Smith to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Bell is the man in motion. On the give, this is Stevenson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Has completed to Douglas. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Patriots ready for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City, maybe than there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan, or even in the front office, for the Chargers, or the Broncos, or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to
I like
knock off the
that.
king of the
Like
hill? Because
that.
you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really
Give me
fascinating
that.
to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17 now. Winning the division, you get you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of grounded pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
May to throw on second down. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds. And it will be third down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Throwing on third down is May. That's deep, looking for Boyz.
You gotta make that catch, bro.
Great work there, making things difficult.
Gotta make that catch.
It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They're going. It's May. That's incomplete. Daring call on fourth down.
I got stopped by a nigga that got a Guardian cap on, man. It's fucking crazy.
The Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito, taking him down for the first sack of this new campaign.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He's across midfield. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly...
Oh, he did me a favor with that run back. Like, literally running backwards. Appreciate that, big dog. He wanted to get first down anyways, but makes it much better.
And then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points. And
they pinning me, boy. Punter's making a Pro Bowl off of this first half.
The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be. coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. That's into the hands of Thornton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. May going to hustle them up to the line.
First down, Raiders.
They'll look to throw. On the move left. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
It's 2nd down.
Now May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. The Raiders send their punt team out. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And this will not be returnable, as this kick will go out of bounds. The Patriots offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Smith, and the pressure too great.
Let's fucking go.
In the end zone.
Big
That's
safety,
a
baby.
safety. So first the decision to throw down here back up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. The Raiders offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Open man is Thornton. He's got it. Trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
It's 2nd and inches. At the 40.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Pushed out to his right, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
You know, Mike, I like everything about about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A ball deep for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Ugly, ugly,
okay,
ugly.
Michael, thanks very much. Today is the day we've
That's
been
how we're gonna have to win.
towards
My
all
offensive line
summer.
is
The debut
terrible.
of our new halftime show.
My secondary
without
is
further
not
ado,
good, so
let's roll.
let's see what you got, Mike.
Around the NFL starts now. We begin in Western New York. The Bills
Okay.
at home for a big one. The divisional round rematch with the Baltimore Ravens. From there, let's go out to Denver, checking in on the Broncos as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is Bo Nix hooking up with the veteran Cortland Sutton. 18 yards, it's a touchdown. The Broncos wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. In the game you're watching, both teams making a strong case in this one, a 2-point differential at the break. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattled off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow is the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They may not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were a high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
On first and 10, here's Smith. He's got Douglas going deep. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over.
Let's go, my man, Darian Porter. Way to get your first pick, baby. Fuck with my rook.
He's still a rookie, and he's going to have his ups and downs. This is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great anticipation. He was on
Stole
time
that shit from Jack Jones.
And then he plucks that ball out of the air, and he almost looks like a wide receiver.
Well, Raiders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment.
Can we get the boogeyman going? Can we get Ashton rolling? Can we get a block?
A lot of coaches during the year.
There we go.
Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35.
That's on me.
I don't know. Does that feel any different to you?
That's on me, baby.
The part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was
Let's
all
go,
the difference.
Betch.
They kicked the touchback, they got the ball.
Show that speed,
It wasn't
Betch.
that much of a spread, but now
Let's go, Betch. Yeah. Yeah. All my rookie inactive today.
Touchdown, Vegas. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first
Good throw.
NFL touchdown.
Good catch. Good run. Good play.
NFL game. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Man, I think I should have went for 2.
Thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line.
Okay, Tyree Wilson. Little Nito.
Right now,
yeah.
their pass protection is breaking
Fucking
down,
with it.
and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll go play action with May. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away. That pass. Ball's incomplete.
I need to set my feet, but my throw on the run I thought was pretty decent.
And it'll bring up 2nd
Oh,
down.
good. Should let it develop a little bit more. Let's go. Let's protect. See if they can just a little bit of push.
Here's a handoff to
God
Johnson.
damn.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there.
He sniffed. Everybody sniffed that motherfucker
He put it
out.
into that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 11.
Where my safety going? Can I hit this post? Report.
Out of the gun, here's May. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. The 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've
used ready for a toss to the right side. That's my weaker side of my line.
Some of the carries didn't
find my mic right quick.
It's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
The run toss to Genty.
It's my job to make that man miss. That was good blocking. Third time trying to screen, maybe fourth. See if I can make this shit work. I had some success the second time.
Here's May. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
Let me do a full stop for this toss.
Now, get to Genty running.
Should have kept to the outside. I didn't know where that corner was going.
Bringing it into that one.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up second down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is May.
Should have fucking threw it away. Losing yards.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
And he's going to have a first down as he's
taking down fast.
What is the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the 4th, and here's Genty. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
Two-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Off the play fake, it's May. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of...
It is brought in the end zone.
Ooh, did I get the toe drags right? Did I tap him? Nice.
And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in week 1. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The Raiders will
My mic lean down for me so I can hit Boyd right quick.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's going to be caught.
Disrespected that corner. I didn't give a fuck where he was going.
And they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough game.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they
Lord.
to through their entire
Who did he disrespect like that? That was outlandish.
One game, so don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Patriots first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action now. It's Gino. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
They'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. And he'll be hauled down and about the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
For a Patriots.
To throw, it's Smith. The pressure, too much,
Oh.
and he goes down.
Sometimes you just got blitz a motherfucker.
And Sean Murphy bunting coming off the corner blitz, getting home for the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here we go.
On second down, Smith. The pressure gets
Let's go, Max.
again, and again he goes down. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby. Working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. From the gun on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go. Smith. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
You find
Big
yourself
play. Defensive
down
line
big.
playing
It's the
crazy.
fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this
Maybe
at this
it's
point.
just the Patriots
But once again,
are trash as
this
fuck.
defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. And they have done all you could ask for, closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Genty.
Let's go.
And he's in. Ashton Genty.
Let's go.
Raiders.
Great one. Why
For
don't you?
Genty, 56 total TDs in 3 years at Boise State. And that touchdown there, the first of his NFL career.
Get off
me.
me.
Special run, Mike. I mean, it's just rare to have that combination of contact, balance, and strength to not only run through the contact, but then to also have the speed to break away once you get into the open field.
So, Coach Erica Killmonger getting after those buns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here we go. Now Stevens. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw. Smith. That's over the
Let's
middle
go.
and
I
intercepted.
wanted to throw across the middle shallow for Fred, but Jack Jones got to that motherfucker. I liked him when he played for us, man. Remind me of Marcus Peters.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. You got a little reckless that time, and the defense made a pay. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll go again with Genty. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing is May.
What a dive. Okay, Drake. I'm fucking with you, homie. You might have something.
Passing in this one.
Yeah, we might have something on our hands here.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Genty. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Keep an eye on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
This defense all over this
Did I lose yard every run the last 5?
It's a loss of a couple.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
On third down, they go with Genty. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down.
And that's going to run out of steam.
Damn, they ain't got no leg.
No good.
Crazy. That was max power and perfect aim.
To their big lead.
They're
least
just
I know that
trying to
shit now.
extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Patriots offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, Gibson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Smith. Airing one out for Bourne. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead,
Just trying to duck you, homie. You see that Captain Patch? Try that shit again. Try some dumb shit again. Ask that guy run the same play for you.
Just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. And he is very close to the 1st down, but a high ball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. Gino going to throw for it. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Here's Genty. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done.
Brings up
2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Now Genty. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.
GG's.
So this one,
Good week 1.
visiting Raiders.
Hey, that had to be you, Gino.
1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Did we get back to 100 yards for Ashton? Ah, good. I didn't want to disrespect him, like he's not on the yards. Good shit. Check this weekly recap out.
new season starts now. I'm Scott Hansen, and you are tuned in to the brand new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Some big games to get to. We start in Buffalo. The Bills at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's the two-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's the touchdown king from 2024, Jahmyr Gibbs. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders hosting the New York Giants. And it's the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. He was unstoppable in this one. 2 touchdown passes, including this one. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Damn.
The Commanders, trying to build on last year, they get the win in the season opener. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying good night. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.
All right, let's move forward. Everybody, please. Already up. Oh, Jordan ready up. I know he good. Ooh, Monday Night Football. Oh. Awesome. Let's see if we got user games this week. Let's see. Damn, hell yeah. Got Ja, Abby, Khalil got the Bears at home. Tone and Breon's homie head to head. They got the Browns at home. So user joins. Bet. All right, good opening week. We'll be right back at y'all probably tomorrow night playing week 2. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That shit. Next time till next time, man. Y'all be easy. It's your boy Dreamville 910. I'm out.